What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be making some delicious Rice Krispies. They look a little like this. They're little squares. I usually, you guys, to sell to customers, I usually buy pre-made Rice Krispies and I dip them in chocolate. But I wanted to do these little squares that they're so popular right now, and I was like, I just want to try them. And Rice Krispies made from scratch, they just taste more delicious. Honestly, they're just, I can literally eat the whole entire pot. Like, honestly, they're just bomb. So I decided to try them out, and I wanted to share, you know, my little tips with you guys. So they look like this. They're look at this yumminess, you guys. Delicious. Let's get to it. We're gonna start with 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm using unsalted. You are more than welcome to use salted. Most of the recipes call for salted butter, but this is what I had on hand, so I'm using unsalted. So we're just gonna dump it in our pot, and we're going to melt our butter. We're going to be throwing in our marshmallows. So I'm using the Jet Puff Craft marshmallows. This is 16 ounces. Grab our spatula, and we're gonna give this a mix and make sure we grab all of that butter and cover our marshmallows with it, and we're gonna melt it. While our marshmallows are melting, we're going to be measuring our cereal. So we're going to be using 7 cups of the Rice Krispies. This is original Rice Krispies cereal. So we're going to do 7 cups. Continue to mix this and wait for it to melt completely. Once your marshmallows start reaching this state right here, I'm going to be adding some vanilla extract. This is totally optional. You don't have to do this. This just adds a little bit of flavor. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So half. And we're just gonna incorporate that and give that a mix. So at this point, we're going to start removing it from the heat. Look at this deliciousness. We're going to be dumping this in a 8x8 pan. This has been lined up with some parchment paper. We're going to be grabbing our cereal and dumping it in here. Okay, so 8x8 pan. Once we get to here, it's gonna be super sticky. You're gonna try your hardest to just spread this out as much as you can. It's gonna be sticky, so you can definitely add like cooking spray to your spatula, butter. I like to use water, so we'll use it right now. Right now I'm gonna just try to put this down as much as I can with my spatula. At first it's going to be messy, and it's gonna look like you're not getting anywhere, but you will get somewhere. So right now it looks like this. So I'm going to be adding some water. I have some in a spray bottle. I'm gonna add some to my spatula. And this is gonna help the marshmallow just stay down and me be able to manage it a little bit more. So seeing how it kind of just doesn't lift up anymore? That's what you're looking for. You can also use your hands, which I find it's a little bit easier. So I'm gonna show you guys with my hands as well. But now it's, you know, it kind of just stays down without you like picking it up. So that's water doing that. So I'm going to be tossing this and moving on to my hands. So I'm gonna spray my hands with some water, or put them under the sink, and your hands are gonna be a little wet. Make sure they're clean. You're just gonna start pressing it down, and you're trying to get an even surface. That's what we're looking for. If it starts to get sticky on you, just add a little bit more water. And all you're going to do is just pat it down till you get an even surface. You're trying to get all the corners. See how my corners are not, you see there's missing here, there's missing there. You want to get in there and move it around. So it's kind of just doing this kind of thing, patting it down and moving it. I learned during doing a live that I was doing in Spanish, they told me they were using a fondant roller. So one of these to make it even, and I actually like that idea. So shout out to Wilma and to Myra for giving us that trick. So they literally do this to make it go even, which I really do love. It does work and it's a little bit easier. So this gives you a nice surface, like really flat and even. So I really do like it. And this I didn't spray with anything. I didn't put water or anything on it. And it fits perfect in here. I love it. So just like that. Okay. I have melted some Merckens super white chocolate. I'm going to be coloring it a lime green. I'm going to be using a Chef Master green. Gonna add that much just to get us started. This is where we're at right now. It's a very light tone green. So we're gonna add more. So this is the color we have right now. At this point, I'm gonna start adding some yellow. This is Chocolate Chameleon Yellow. This is going to brighten up our green and just give us a nice lime tone. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow. And I'm happy with this green. It's a really nice bright green. If you're gonna want to add some sprinkles, make sure you have them ready to go. Right next to you, open and ready to go. Once we put chocolate on it, you wanna sprinkle it. This is totally optional. You don't have to add sprinkles right now at this point. You can do that after you cut your squares up. You can drizzle some chocolate and then add your sprinkles then. We're gonna be adding them as our chocolate is wet right now. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have about half a pound of chocolate in here. So it's about half a pound that you're going to be needing. You're going to spread this out as much as you can. Make sure you cover all the corners. Just try to get an even surface as much as you can. Once you get here, we're just going to give it a little shake and our chocolate's gonna settle down. We're here, we're gonna give this a little shake. This, side to side, up and down. And it's gonna make the chocolate go nice and smooth on top of it. At this point, I'm gonna grab my sprinkles and I'm just gonna start dumping them on top. So once you have this going on, our chocolate needs to set, it needs to dry, and our Rice Krispie also needs to set. So I like to cut mine the next day. You can leave this if you're in a rush. You can leave it for 3 to 4 hours. Let it completely set. Once the chocolate is dry, you can cover it up. Rice Krispies do go stale pretty quickly. They do dry out, so make sure that you do cover it up. Once your chocolate is dry or set, cover it up with saran wrap and let it chill at room temperature for, like I said, 4 hours before you go in there and try to cut. Because if you try to go in there within the next 30 minutes or so, you're not going to get perfect little squares. The Rice Krispie is gonna start to look like it's just falling kind of apart on you. So if you want perfect squares, you need to let this chill. You need to let this just set completely. Let the marshmallow just, once you have let this set, your squares should come out of your parchment paper with no issues and shouldn't get stuck or anything like that. This is how it looks. If you want to get the perfect little squares, you're going to have to measure your lines and your squares out. This right here is 2 by 2. So 2 inches by 2 inches. So you're going to need a ruler to cut it out. And that's if you want perfect squares. So you would measure, bring your ruler out, and I don't have one that I like. I usually only have this one here from Home Depot and it's huge. But literally, just to give you guys an example, it's like this. You cut it where it's 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, and that's where you make your lines. The other tip that I want to give you guys is if your chocolate is, you know, pretty set or has been in the fridge for whatever reason, you can run this with hot water or with your stove, the flame from your stove, light it up so it gets hot and it's easier to cut through. I just find it a little bit easier, not necessary though, you don't have to do it, but I feel like it does help. So I'm not gonna use a ruler because I don't care about perfect squares right now. This is not for anyone. We're literally just gonna eat it. So you're gonna cut through, make your mark where you want it. And you need a sharp knife or else it's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going like this and then kind of just making the line down. Okay, once you have your marks, it'll be easy for you to follow that and your lines will come out, you know, super perfect. Mine are not gonna come out perfect because it's it's just me guiding my knife and I'm not very good at cutting straight. But okay, and if you see somewhere like right here it didn't really cut, you can go in there and just make the cut. Don't pull it so much because then it's not gonna look perfect. So that's how it looks. Now you're going to cut your little square. So once again, you would measure out where those 2 inches are. So 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. You can do your little marks. Okay, that's 2 inches, that's 2 inches, that's 2 inches. That's, you know, you guys get the point. So for this, once it's here, it's much easier to cut. So I just like to go straight down like that. And you'll get a perfect cut. If your knife starts to get dirty, you start to see a lot of chocolate going on here. Make sure you clean it with each cut because or else it's gonna start to look very messy and you don't want that. So this right here, just to tell you guys, this is not, my knife wasn't hot or anything and it's cutting through pretty good. So just straight down. Straight down. Okay, if you guys get cracks here and there, so this one I have a little crack. Some of you guys are super perfectionists and you guys hate that, but if you literally like push it in like this it'll like kind of seal back up. See how you can't really see it anymore? Like it's there, but not really. So it might crack here and there, but I like just to push it here, like the sides, and it'll kind of just go, the crack will kind of disappear. But that's it, you guys. You guys can add some accents, add some drizzles, whatever you want, dress them up. I think they're super cute and honestly super delicious. So I'm gonna cut one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and press the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, you guys.